So this video is going to be very much like the last couple of videos that we've done and everything else. No planning, just completely straight off the bat, and let's get into it. So we've spoken quite a lot about Brownings, we've spoken a little bit about the company, and we've spoken a little bit about the models, and we've spoken a little bit about grades. Now, what I keep saying to everybody, it's the engraving. The wood is okay, but it's the engraving that I'm looking for, because engraving is a hard part to do. Now, what we're going to talk a little bit about today is we're going to talk about condition, because condition is everything. Doesn't matter how good the gun is, if it's in bad condition, leave it alone, walk away, go to the next one. So what I've been lucky enough is I've been loaned this gun, which is a Browning B25 B2G, and we've been loaned this by a customer, thank you very much. And we are going to talk a little bit about the condition, because the age of the gun, 1974, makes it about 45, 46 years old, Paul, something like that.
Yeah, it's about that thing.
74,
yeah.
45, 46 years old, something like that. And in real terms, in those 45, 46 years, this gun should have been shot very hard, and it hasn't. So what we'll do, we will talk a little bit about the stock work, the quality of the wood, the fore end that's on it. We'll do some of the markings that denote the choking and what the gun is, i.e. a skeet gun, a sport, a trap, something like that. And we'll also look at the date code system, because this one is nice and easy to pick out. If you want to bring the camera over here, Paul, and if you want to bring the camera over here, and we will start. Where shall we start, to be honest with you? Quality of the wood. You don't have to go in too far, Paul, but can you see that the quality of the wood there is nice defined lines, nice sort of yellow, I was going to say honey colour, but it's more of a dark yellow, sort of verging on a red, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's American walnut, and when you've looked at enough of it, you can see. Now, one of the things, Paul, as I said to you, the video would be a little bit, I won't use the word, but this high lacquer finish that's on here, Paul,
Yep.
I absolutely love it. Okay, I think it looks beautiful, and to my eye, I would prefer to see, especially Brownings, which the early stuff came with either oiled or lacquer finished. But this gun is its original lacquer finish from the factory, all right? Anybody that watches these videos that is a true gunsmith will know why, gunsmith, hark at me, is a stocker, will know why they lacquer finish that, all right? There's one reason specifically, and I like seeing it on there. So what I have is I had a guy just yesterday say to me how he hated it, and he had his stocker, his gunsmith, strip it right back and completely oil finish it. Now, that is the original stock finish from the factory. It's a bit like buying a Ferrari from Ferrari that was painted red and then painting it yellow or white or black. Or now, that I'm a condition man, so I'm looking for originality. That's how it should look.
Yeah. I've got a question for you, mate. On the top here, where it goes lighter, is that literally just the wood going lighter, or is that where it's worn over the years?
That's the wood.
That is the wood.
Yes. That's the wood changing. Let's roll it over. Can you see the finish doesn't change?
Yeah.
So it literally is the wood, to be honest with you. Now, one other thing, Paul, quickly. This gun's got a silver or gold oval in it.
Yeah.
Now, I've been trying to rack my brains as to how many B25s I've seen with a silver and a gold oval in it. And I believe that has been a later edition. Unfortunately, we can't go back to Browning and we can't find out. And I'll tell you the reason I feel it's a later edition. Can you see the finish has started to wear around it?
Yeah.
You might not be able to pick it up.
No, I don't think it's picking up on the camera, but to your eye you can see.
It's more up here than it is at the bottom, but it definitely, the finish is starting to lift around the silver or the gold oval. You can see it a bit there, there.
Yeah.
You can see it a little bit there, it's starting to lift.
Yeah.
Now, if it was done from the factory, as with the checkering, they would have fitted the silver oval first, then they would have put the lacquer over the top of it. Therefore, round the edges, the lacquer would have gone right round the edge and would have gone down deep inside. As I say, I believe it's been put in afterwards. It's been put in very, very well, but I believe it's been put in afterwards. Also, look at, just quickly, look at the checkering on the stock here, Paul.
Yeah.
And then let's come over quickly and look at the checkering here on the fore end. Can you notice a marked difference between the two or not really?
Looking on the camera is...
Go back to this one again. Go back to this one again. Can't see a difference?
No, I was going to say one was tighter than the other, but I'm not too sure.
Slightly smaller, but it's been done in a different way, Paul. Okay? It was either checkered by a different man. Because this is a factory-made gun, it's been checkered by two different people. All right? Been checkered with a different checkering tool. So this is standard checkering, which has got a sharp top to it.
Yeah.
And if you come up and look here in the corners, you will see that this is that flat top checkering that I've been going on about.
Oh, yes.
See it?
Yeah.
All right? Most people wouldn't notice that. They would if they looked at it as long as I have. Back here again, Paul.
Yeah,
Back. Back here again. Up here, down here in the corners. It's similar.
Yeah.
But it's not the same. So, stock woodwork, little bit to do with the lacquer finish. It's a complete and utter personal taste thing. All right, I love this and I love originality. So also, Paul, we've got your B2G game scene engraving, which is a duck, two ducks obviously, a pond, some reeds, and again, real quick this. Ponds, reeds, foliage in the background, trees, and can you see is his name marked on there at all, Paul?
Not on that side. I can't see anything on that side.
It's marked on the other side and we'll show you. Now, hold the camera on the engraving.
Yep.
Don't need to go in too far. There. Right, see here?
Yeah.
There. Can you see where it's starting to shine?
Yep.
That, if you had the gun in your hands, that's lacquer. Again, okay? That is, I don't know if it's exactly the same lacquer that they put on the stock, but it's lacquer, all right? If we look at the underside of the action, all right?
Yep.
Let me see, can I?
Yep.
Right, you can see that's starting to shine a little bit, yeah?
Yeah.
That's the steel shining, or the metal shining, that's not lacquer. If we look here, can you see where the finish is ever so slightly started to mar?
Yeah.
Now, the lacquer they put on there, Paul, to protect the engraving, all right? So, I've seen that lacquer finish on very high-end guns, all right? This is how close you have to look. And what you tend to find, if you don't clean it properly, the lacquer won't go right to the bottom of the engraving. So the rust will start at the bottom of the engraving and it'll work its way out and it'll mar the action just like this has, okay? Yeah. Now, it's difficult to see it on the camera, but if you had the gun in your hand like we have, you would see quite quickly that it's lacquer finished. Roll it round. Roll it round. I believe when I was looking at it, is the man's name here somewhere?
There it is, yeah.
Comp or something?
That's it, was it? Is that an L.A. Campo?
Campo, okay. So, again, Paul, stuck, two pheasants getting up. They're quite clearly not in flight. Anybody that's ever shot any pheasants will know that they're too close to the ground. Maybe not for some people, but for a true game shooter, That's not even walked up. So this one's slightly different. We've got a game scene, hills in the background. We've got a pheasant there getting up. We've got some game scene engraving. We've got some trees, foliage, whatever you want to call it. Also, let's have a look. Now, safety. I had one guy talk to me about safety and how it would be nice to see me opening the gun up and showing everybody that it's safe. Well, we've done that before we start doing the videos. If you feel you don't know whether the gun is safe or not safe, you shouldn't be handling it.
Yeah.
So
was that common in the shop?
That was a guy come in. It was a guy that came in and spoke to me, and yeah, thanks very much for saying it. But safety is something that you should be doing yourself. Don't rely on other people for safety. So this is a skeet gun pull.
Yeah.
Right? It's got a wide rib like a sporter, but we're marked here for S&S or skeet and skeet.
Yeah.
Some of them are marked not Brownings. Some Mirokus are marked S&S or special skeet. Brownings, as I've said in previous videos, Browning B25s are the only guns that when they mark skeet, they actually mean 10 thou. Okay. Now, I would assume that this S is for cylinder, and then these two stars are a 5 thou increment, meaning that it's 10 thou choke. All right. Again, how do I know it's that? I just know it, unfortunately. There's no magic book to go to that's got all this writing in. And skeet and skeet choke, so we know it's a skeet gun. Also, Paul, serial number, and then we got the fact that it's marked S, shotgun. R would be a rifle. S, 74. So clear as a bell, 1974. Then we've got the fact that it's marked in a completely different way as a B2. Okay, a B grade. Now, I'm going to flip it round. I'm going to keep talking. I spoke to my gunsmith, and with the markings, again, it sort of comes in waves. With the markings, I feel more than anything, they weren't markings for me and you, okay, as customers will say. They were markings for internal workmanship, okay? So the guys inside the factory, when they pick them up, if it was marked as a B grade, they would do their work. Again, we're never going to truly know, Paul, to be honest with you. But can you see where that's marked as a B2G?
Right, there it is, right in there.
All right?
Yep.
So, little talk about the gun, Paul. Now, we have not spoke in any way about the stock dimensions. We've not spoken about the cast and the drop and the barrel length, because they mean very little to me. I can shoot most things. Can you also see the fore end that's on it?
Let's get the fore end in. Yep, I don't know what I'm looking for, mate.
All right, bring it up here. Bring it up here. The shape of the fore end, Paul, is what we're looking for.
Okay.
Can you see it's not too bulbous, it's not too wide?
Yeah.
To you. It's a little bit wider here.
Yep.
But it tapers away at the top, okay? Both sides. So even though this is a skeet gun, Paul, and this is supposed to have a big beaver tail fore end on it, Browning have slimmed it down a little bit. They've done most people wouldn't notice that, but you could use this gun, Paul, with quarter choke. You could use this gun and you could shoot skeet with it, you could shoot sporting clays with it, you could shoot game with it, you could shoot most things with it. Now, another thing to bear in mind, Paul, could open the gun up and I'm going to point it at the camera. Let's have a look at the muzzle. See the muzzle?
Yep.
Can you see the lines around each muzzle?
Trying to focus in. I can't on the camera.
Well, this gun has been Teague multi-choked at some point in its life.
Try and focus in.
Yeah, it's hard holding it still, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially when I'm trying
Just
to
around the
catch my
edges,
nose.
is it?
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see.
So that's been
Yep.
Teague multi-choked from the factory. Now, at one point, Paul, 1974, when this gun was done, Browning were voiding the warranty on guns that had been Teague multi-choked. Why were they doing that? Why do Audi do it today? Why do BMW do it? So they don't have to pay if something goes wrong. But at one point, that would have voided the warranty from Browning to have that done. Browning still do not offer, let's bring it back down, Browning still do not offer, Paul, a multi-choke gun. If you want a multi-choke gun, you buy a 525 or a 425. What else we got? So you've got guns on safe, you've got a gold O for over, a gold S, and a gold U for under, yes?
Yep.
All the little touches, Paul, all the little touches. Again, we've not done a video for a little while. What we're looking for, Paul, is we're looking for originality, all right? As I said, originality, condition is everything. I don't mind if it's got quite a few knocks and scratches on it. We just want to see it original, all right? So as I say, the lacquer finish, it's got a particular reason why it's there. People can put in the comments below what they feel the reason is, but I won't be telling them. They'll have to work that one out for themselves. Another little video.
Overall, it's a very nice looking original gun.
Original Browning butt pad.
Yep.
So the reason people don't like that lacquer finish, Paul, is they don't like it shiny, but the other reason is when it marks and when it knocks and when it scratches, it's difficult to repair.
Yeah. No, I think it looks nice.
It does, it sparkles, doesn't it? It sparkles. So again, it's just to show people we're using the YouTube as an advert, and we are speaking to some people all over the world. I will tell you, in the last 3 or 4 days, I've had my hopes dashed with a Miroku G13 President, which I was hoping to source. We didn't get it, unfortunately. We didn't get it.
Until the next one.
Until the next one, you got it, Paul. Thanks very much, everybody. Let's keep watching the videos.